What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Cigars and Whiskey for our next review. Today's review is going to be a newer cigar that a lot of people may have seen out there. It has been out since 2019. It was released at the Tobacco International, the trade show in Las Vegas, and it is a cigar by Oscar Valladares. Better known for Leaf by Oscar and some of the other cigars that he's produced, but it is called the Super Fly. Now this is a 6.5 by 60 Gordo Super Fly. It is a Mexican San Andrés wrapper, Honduran binder, and then the filler for the cigar is Dominican, Honduran, and Nicaraguan. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get into the cigar, give you my thoughts and what we think about the cigar, and stay tuned. All right, everybody, back for the pre-draw of the Oscar Valladares Super Fly, and with this 6.5 by 60 Gordo, I'm going to use the old straight cutter. I just find that it might be better for this cigar now. There might be some disagreement out there. The other one, because it is such a larger Gordo size, you might be able to do a punch in the middle or do a V cut, just depending on what you prefer. But I'll stick with the straight cut on mine, and let's go ahead and look at it. You can tell it's a really dark San Andrés Mexican wrapper, and the band is a black and purple with gold lettering. It kind of reminds me, when I look at this and I look at the boxes, I haven't smoked a lot of the Opus X, but it does kind of remind me of Opus X. There was a cigar, I believe it was called Purple Rain, and it kind of looks like that. But man, before you even put it in the mouth and do a cold draw, I am getting a real chocolate profile, and I'm getting almost, it seems like you can tell it's like a sweet chocolate. But let's go ahead and give it a pre-draw puff here. Yeah, and right away, a real dark, earthy profile. As some would say, some cigar manufacturers might even call that wrapper almost like it's pretty dark. And then some might even call it, the word has disappeared from my brain right now. But man, it is a Maduro stick for sure. I know it is rated up there, probably mid-full to real high full strength. But don't let that hinder your chance. Getting a little bit of a woodsy profile, a little bit of like a sweet grass. Almost reminds me of like when I take a draw, if you've ever had, almost reminds me of like a carrot juice. And I say that has nothing to do with the flavor of carrot, but like that root vegetable juice profile. It might even taste like alfalfa grass. I don't know, if I've never drank that, so I don't know. But with that said, we're gonna go ahead and get into the first third of the Super Fly right after this. Everybody, back with the first third of our review of the Super Fly by Oscar Valladares. Now in this one, like I said, you could smell a chocolate sweetness to it, but I am not getting that in the first third. It's kind of weird, but I am getting that earthiness, like that alfalfa profile, like they said, the juice of a carrot, a little bit of orange peel, and I get more fruitiness when on the retrohale, and there is like hints of maybe like oats, oatmeal. I can't place it if it's exactly oats or just oatmeal. I don't know, but there is a little bit of lingering leather in the far back of the palate. The other thing I'm noticing is it almost like a profile, like when you are smoking it, it's kind of like what you inhale when you go into if you've been into a lot of cigar humidors and you've been into some that are really over humid, almost like, I guess it would be the term from what I've been told is similar to sweating at tobacco factories where they sweat the tobacco. It's real high humidity, like that feeling. That's what I'm kind of getting. It's kind of weird. I don't know, you're probably going, what? What's he talking about? It's just, if you're in a real humid area with cigars, like if the humidor is like 80 to 90%, you're gonna notice that. It's kind of what I'm getting when I inhale on this first part of the third of this cigar. It's hot. I suggest though you try it. So far, it's not a bad tasting cigar, but again, I'm gonna say that because I like Oscar Valladares' lines. I've had most of all of his cigars. There might be a couple that I haven't tried yet, but I had been a fan of Leaf by Oscar, and again, just, you know. And for those who are out there that remind me just now when I said that, the video earlier when I asked you guys earlier about postings on the Woody, which is a 21-inch 100 ring gauged cigar that I'm trying to bring back from the dead because it's been in a closet now. It's been in a humidor for like 2.5 months. I got it right next to the humidor, or right next to the humidifier in our humidor in the shop that I work at. And I'm thinking I got another month or so. So it might be, hey, it might be a July 4th. I'm shooting for July 4th to smoke that and review it with you for those who haven't seen. But I know it's going to be a long smoke. But with that said, that's another Oscar product. We'll try that. But with the Superfly, stay tuned. We're going to be back with a second third right after this. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the second third of our cigar, the Superfly by Oscar Valladares. In the second third, we're starting it. As you can see, it is not burning straight razor sharp. Now, that's not a bad thing, folks. I've said it over and over. Some people freak out and go, oh, it's going to canoe. Not necessarily. It's going to correct itself. I'll let it do its thing before I try to touch it up. But I am noticing a little bit of that orange peel that I noticed is now becoming more of a lemon flavor. Not a lemon zest or anything, but just a little bit of a lemon profile. I'm starting to get a little more of a earthy, nutty profile, almost like a hazelnut or a cashew. Again, just shooting at it for what nut profile it is, but you can taste it, and it tastes like if you just ate some nuts or something. And I am starting to get a little bit of a mineral profile. I can't tell you what type of mineral. It's like a minerally, I don't know. You'll have to take my word for it. If not, try it and see what you think. But with that said, man, we're going through this cigar. Again, I do like the Oscar Valladares cigars. I do like the Leaf by Oscar, which most people know what that is. But I am noticing that when you quit smoking for a little while as I'm talking, I am noticing a little more of a pepper. Not a black pepper, but a red pepper. And it's on the back of the throat. So I don't know if it'll get any stronger than that, but we're going to keep smoking through it. I'll be back right after this with our final third and my final thoughts of the Superfly. So stay tuned. All right, everybody, back with our final third of the review of the Superfly by Oscar Valladares. I did want to remind you, I didn't give you much of the information at the beginning. I do apologize for that. The Superfly, they do have a Corona 5.5 by 45. It's about $9 a stick, box of 20. They come in about roughly $180 suggested retail. The Toro 6x54, $10.50 a stick, $2.10 for a box of 20. And the Gordo, which I'm smoking, is about $11.50 suggested price, a box of 20, about $2.30. So that's what you're looking at with those cigars. Now, I do have to say that the final third, it's about the same. I'm getting a little more of a nutty profile to it, a little more of creaminess. Now this is flavor profiled and featured saying that it's a full strength cigar. I'm gonna say it's now a medium to full in my opinion, but again, I smoke a lot of full strength cigars, so keep that in mind when you're trying these. Now the one thing you need to understand that the factory that makes the Leaf by Oscar is actually sold under a different company. So if you like the Leaf by Oscar, remember the Oscar Valladares cigar line doesn't include the Leaf because it's not sold under the same company, but it is made by the same company and the same factory. I have had a couple of them before I have reviewed this, so I kind of am getting the same profile. You can find these cigars all over the place. I know that a lot of the local shops carry them. Here at I Spy Cigars Club, where I work, we don't have them just yet. It's something we're thinking about, but you can pick them up if you're in the Phoenix area. I know that Stag and Metro has them. I know Ambassador sells them. Fair Oaks, or not Fair Oaks, excuse me. Owl Ear Cigars has them in Scottsdale, and I think some of the East Valley and Mesa, Tempe area, they have some as well. So they're easy to find. I know they are on jr.com. They also, jrcigars.com. Atlantic Cigar Company sells them online. If you buy cigars online and that's the way you do it, you can get them there. But there are some other cigars by Oscar Valladares line. There is the Wild Hunter, which I have not had yet. There is the Alter Q, which I haven't had yet, but I've heard from people it's a really good cigar. And then there is the Cicerone, I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's a special edition 2012. Cicerone edition, and then there's a 2012 cigar that Oscar makes that you've seen reviews that I have those. If you want to go back and watch those, you can find. They are great. But I say definitely give Oscar Valladares cigars a try. They are very good. Just different profiles, different people like different ones. So be open to try different cigars. That's what I do, because I want to see what everybody's doing out there. But with that said, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And on the final third, I do want to say that, like I said, it hasn't changed much. It's starting to balance out a little bit better. But if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, leave your comments, and as always, have a great day, have a great smoke, and I will see you next time.